Be Johnny is based on Johnny Barnes. The game follows the journey of a fictitious young Johnny who wants to spread happiness in Bermuda. So starting at his home, he takes upon himself to salute and makes each passerby's day better. The game is the story of Johnny as he goes to different locations on the island and maybe even overseas. We were trying to find something typically Bermudian. So we were going over things, places, peoples that are unique to Bermuda. And as soon as we thought about Johnny Barnes, we know we had a winner. At first, it was unclear what type of game would be best suited to the Johnny Barnes idea. However, based on the limitation in time we had, we decided to go for a top-down view, something that would give an arcade feel to the game. We knew we wanted to have special bonuses, multiple levels, and so on, all arcade classics really. We wanted to give the player a feeling of advancement, of going forward, so we settled on having a few different levels in the game. It was not really part of what Johnny Barnes does, but it would also keep the player interested in the experience fresh. So we were off to find how many levels we wanted to do and where they should be located on the island. It was clear from the beginning that Johnny would have to finish the game at the roundabout near town. So there goes one level. We also wanted to start with easy levels and ratchet up the difficulty. So then we settled on two generic levels, a single street where we would place Johnny's house and the beginning of the story, and also a T intersection where the idea of traffic would be introduced. These places are very generic and could be anywhere on the island. Well, anywhere with a straight road, that is. After the T, we were looking for a more challenging type of intersection. We're looking at Google Map, so we scored the island. Finally, we settled on a location near Somerset. And naturally, we call this level Somerset. The real intersection doesn't exactly look like the one in the game, since it was just an inspiration for the final design. A lot of factors have to be taken into consideration when designing a level. There are the cars first. You have to make sure that they won't ram into each other when they turn. Then, there's also the problem that two cars could block each other, so the road must be built to avoid that. It is not as easy as it looks, which means that we had to take some liberties while recreating real-world locations. Back to the levels. We now had 4 levels, including the final roundabout, and we figured out that 5 would probably work best. That meant we were looking for one more location. Where would there be good traffic and an interesting layout? Well, we thought of the airport roundabout, St. George's, the Bermudiana Road, Parlaville Church Street intersection, but in the end, flats simply felt like the best and less repetitive option. So at last we had our 5 levels, but it was as if we were not pushing the player enough. Maybe another location? Something with worse traffic? And a light bulb went on. A bonus level that would be so tough as if to be almost impossible. Some kind of reward for those who beat the game if you want. So we wanted something surreal. And we found it. I cannot tell you where it is because what kind of surprise would it be then? But I can say it is a real-world roundabout with the worst kind of traffic. 8-feeder roads and crazy drivers. Well, at least in the game version. As a first game development effort on the BlackBerry, there were a lot of new and difficult tasks. But the worst was by far trying to prevent cars from hitting each other and also allowing them safely into intersections. For the longest time, we had the worst traffic jams. So eventually, we found a way to program the cars so that they won't cause traffic jams or that they won't hit each other, well, or worse, hit Johnny, and also that it would clear the intersection very well. The problem was that this piece of code ran pretty slowly on the BlackBerry's limited resources. So we had to optimize it properly, and that took us quite a bit of time as well. In the end, this was by far the most challenging task we had. We would like to thank the government of Bermuda, BlackBerry, and all the sponsors for giving us the opportunity to create this game. We hope you will enjoy it.